be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's the deal? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. I hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you are notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So today, it's time to get to it. I'm going to tell you about eating for your blood type, letting you know what it is and why I am doing it. Okay, so let's see. First things first, I guess, is to tell you how I got here and why I started doing it. So I'm going to say back in maybe December, around that time in December, I was talking to my spiritual advisor and we were in the middle of a session and she was just like, Rhonda, I really need to let you know that like there is something that you're eating that you really think is healthy, and you're eating a lot of it and it is not helpful for your body. You know what I'm saying? So I really need you to get like a test, maybe an allergy test, a sensitivity test, something. So I was like, dang, for real? And what's crazy is when she said it, I had been thinking about getting an allergy test. And you guys, I went to my doctor and asked for an allergy test and my doctor said no. Okay, my doctor was basically like, take everything out of your diet and, make a journal as you start to reintroduce food back into your diet and see how your body responds. That just sounded really tedious and also just sounded like I wouldn't be successful at, trying to figure out what my body likes and doesn't like, right? So I never did it, but I had been thinking about it. So I did some research and I found this company called Check My Body Health. I will include the link below if you are interested in taking a sensitivity test. But I did go to this company. They had a great deal at the time. I bought a 4-pack for me and my family. And all I had to do was pay for it. And immediately I sent in a little bit of hair and mailed it off to Houston. It took about 14 days for it to get to them. Then about 3 to 5 days to be processed in their lab. And I got my results via email. So I would say overall, I waited about 2.5, 3 weeks, right, to get my results back. And I was patient, no problem at all. So and when it came back, I was surprised. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this too. The difference between an allergy test and a sensitivity test. An allergy test is about how your immune system will respond to something, where a sensitivity test is about your digestive system and how it'll respond to something. Okay, so, this sensitivity test was telling me about, it breaks down things that you are highly sensitive to, moderately sensitive to, or that you're not sensitive to, right? So, it talks about minerals, talks about environmental things that you're, sensitive to, food, drinks. So some of the things I can think of right now that I am highly sensitive to was whiskey, what else? Whiskey, rum, bananas, oysters, chicken, beef. So those are some of the things that jumped out for me. I was like, what? And then something I was moderately sensitive to were most cheeses. I was like, which that kind of didn't surprise me. I felt like dairy really wasn't working well for my body like that anyway. You know what I mean? But like we consume so many things. It is so hard to determine what's for us and what's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what started everything for me. Like getting more information about how my body responds to things and trying to make a decision if I was going to, the things that I was highly sensitive to, was I no longer going to eat them? Was I going to eat them in moderation? So I was kind of going back and forth about that. So I got the results like in January and I hadn't really made any changes. So February rolls around and, I knew for a fact that I had a coach. I had reached out to someone who was selling Herbalife products. I wanted to incorporate the Herbalife products into my routine because I like their shakes. And, my coach had kind of gave me some information on, what I should be eating, how I should be eating. And naturally, I kind of like gravitated towards the stuff that I kind of like that came up in my sensitivity test. I was kind of eating based on those results, like kind of incorporating those foods in my diet. And then as I was approaching the second week, I became more intentional about eating from my blood type. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like in my mind, I've heard about this, eating for your blood type before I've heard about it. There is a doctor named Dr. Joseph Cristiano who wrote a book about it. I never read the book, but I've heard about it and, did a bunch of research and all that kind of stuff, right? So in my mind, I wanted to be intentional about eating from my blood type because, it makes sense. We all have different blood types. Which in my mind would indicate we have different body chemistry and different things work for us, that can help us maximize our health. And that's why we have different blood types. You know what I'm saying? Like that we all don't have the same things don't work for our bodies the same way. So I started thinking about that just like in a logical way. And I was like, let me look a little more into this. So I started looking into it and I found a food list. So my blood type is AB. And of course there are 4 blood types. And with blood type AB, it is a blood type that is kind of like a hybrid between the A blood type and B blood type. And this is the most interesting thing that I found about the whole blood type situation is that pretty much I consider myself a flexitarian. You guys know I don't eat a whole lot of meat, so I kind of eat it, kind of don't. And that's kind of what my blood type calls for. So as the second week approached, for this reset and lifestyle change I was going through, I really made it a point to be intentional about me eating from my blood type. Even though I was already kind of doing it, I really wanted to look at this list, do some research, and really intentionally eat the foods that were best for me. You know what I'm saying? So for every blood type, whether you are A, whether you are B, AB, or O positive, every list is different. It really is. So I am going to drop a link below for every single blood type if you want to take a look at it. And let me also give this disclaimer. I am not a healthcare professional. I'm not in the medical field. I am just simply someone on my own personal journey, and I'm sharing with you. So before you make any changes, I would suggest you do your own research and see what's best for you. Talk to a medical professional if you'd like to. But again, I'm just sharing. So I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not saying that any guaranteed results are going to happen. Again, just sharing my experience. So again, as I was going to the second week, I wanted to be intentional about eating from my blood type. I was kind of doing it, but now really taking it serious. And for me, just thinking about how it can maximize and give me optimal health. I think about my health in its entirety. I'm thinking about my skin. I'm thinking about my mental health, my digestive system, my immune system. I'm thinking about, my skin. I'm thinking about, when I have my period or my cycle, how food can affect that as well. And I was like, I'm open. Let me be open to this. And today makes 21 days. So it's been 3 weeks since I have started eating better. And you guys, I feel like I've had some great results so far that I will share with you. And I'm also share some foods from the AB list because I'm blood type AB. I'll share some things I can no longer have, which I can't believe it, but I'm really trying to focus on the things that I can have. But anyway, so far some things that have changed for me is that I have not experienced bloating. Not one day during this entire 3 weeks have I experienced any bloating. So my digestion is completely changed. And I want to say that when I was just eating kind of whatever, I would be bloated all the time. And I feel like I was normalizing that because it was happening so often. And I want to say that I like this feeling of not being bloated because I need my body. I don't want to miss any signals that something is wrong. And if I'm bloated all the time, I can't identify if there's something wrong or not. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not supposed to be bloated like that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it never happens, but I mean, it was happening all the time for me. My stomach was protruding. I would feel sick after I would eat. And, yeah, so, now my gut health really feels like it's in order. And that's only in 3 weeks. My body has changed. My skin has improved. I will tell you that I do have a small breakout because of my monthly cycle. That happens to me every single month. But overall, my skin has improved. And I've told you that before. As it relates to my cycle, it was shortened. It was 3 days instead of 5 days. And the cramps weren't as bad, which was nice. And, I've had a lot of clarity. I've just felt light, just literally and figuratively, just light, in every sense of the word. I felt light on my feet. I've just felt different. My energy has increased significantly. And also, I've lost 12 pounds. I've lost 12 pounds in 3 weeks, so the weight is dropping because my body is just like, hey, I love these things that you're giving me. This feels really beneficial. So when you look at the food list for your blood type, it's going to be broken down in 3 categories. There's going to be a beneficial category, neutral, and also harmful. So foods that are under beneficial are foods that are like medicine to your body. Your body is going to love when you give it, when you feed it those things. And then the things that are neutral, it's neither good or bad. It's just kind of down the middle. You know what I'm saying? And then the foods that are harmful are like poison to your body. You get what I'm saying? So, I could eat a bag of Cheetos and I feel fine, but it's not good for me. It's harmful, right? But it's also a processed food. So we just know that that's junk food. That's classified as junk food, right? But then let me give you an example. There could be healthy food that you are eating that could be affecting your skin. Maybe you have a really bad breakout in your skin and you can't identify why. It could be avocados. It could be bananas, mushrooms. It could be broccoli. It could be something that's healthy that you think is healthy, that you love, that you eat a lot of it, and that's what's causing your skin to break out. That's what's causing you to have headaches. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. You know, something that's healthy doesn't necessarily mean that our body is going to respond well to it. That's why I see that there being a benefit to eating for your blood type, so you can focus on eat the things that you know your body is going to love and respond well to. So I have my list here, and I'm going to read off some things that are considered harmful for me. And these are things that I was eating a lot of, you know. So again, this just goes back to my spiritual advisor saying, Rhonda, you're eating some things that are not good for you. So let me tell you these things right now. Some of these things are bananas. I cannot eat bananas. They're considered harmful for me. Avocados. Y'all, I cannot believe I can't eat avocados. Like, I love avocados. Black olives, bell peppers. Let's see, what else? Some other stuff that is considered harmful for me. Cheese. I mean, in terms of specific, the types of cheese. American cheese, blue cheese, Parmesan cheese. I was eating plenty of that. I also cannot have... I wasn't eating a whole lot of meat anyway. But these are the meats that are harmful for me. Bacon, beef, ground beef, chicken, Cornish hens, pork. Like, those things are harmful for me, you know. I'm not saying I wasn't eating them at all, but when I was, it makes sense why I felt the way that I was feeling. In terms of seafood, I'm totally bummed about this one, y'all. Crab, lobster, oysters, and shrimp are all in the harmful category for me. So, you know, when I was just experiencing different things, you know, breakouts in my face, the bloating, having gas, belching, feeling like I had indigestion, diarrhea, just different ways that my body was responding, headaches. And I don't have a whole lot of headaches, but I mean, if I'm eating something I shouldn't be eating, I could see why I was having them. Not able to sleep at night, like just different things that was happening. You know what I'm saying? So those foods I read off are things that, I mean, it's a ton of other things on the list. I'm talking about things that I really, really enjoy and was eating a lot of. I've removed those things out of my diet. Am I never going to have them again? I'm not saying never, but I'm not going to eat them the way that I was eating them previously. You know what I'm saying? So I will tell you some of the things that I will eat. So just naturally with an AB blood type, which is really interesting because, like, I already consider myself a flexitarian anyway. And the AB blood type doesn't have a whole lot of meat on it. Doesn't have a whole lot of meat on it at all. So some of the meat that I can have on here, if I'm eating from my blood type, this is only 4 types of meat, y'all. It is lamb, mutton, rabbit, and turkey. And the only thing I would eat off of that list is turkey. So I allow myself to eat some turkey. I don't eat a whole lot of turkey. And then I just rely on eating seafood. You know what I'm saying? So the kind of seafood that I have been eating is tuna. I've been having salmon as well. And I had some mahi-mahi. So mahi-mahi and tuna are beneficial for me, and salmon is a neutral fish. So, y'all, it's a lot to take in and process and change, you know what I'm saying? But I have been focusing on the fact that these things will keep me healthy, help me get to my weight loss goal, help me get to the body that I want, continue to give me the clarity, you know what I'm saying, that I need as I, you know, just go through day to day. You know what I'm saying? I know we all are busy, and just having the natural energy of being able to get all these things done, I definitely see and feel a difference in my body. If you are in a place where you want to be vegan, vegetarian, mainly plant-based, I feel like you can still do those things. If you decide to eat for your blood type, you know, just focus on the vegetables, the grains, and stuff like that. If you want to eliminate meat and seafood altogether, you can. And I also wanted to clarify the term plant-based. You could be plant-based and still be pescatarian. You could be plant-based and be a meat eater. You know, plant-based doesn't mean that you're vegan. Plant-based just means that the majority of your diet is, fruit, vegetables, and nuts. You know, but you still may eat fish every now and then, or a couple times a month, or whatever. So yeah, plant-based doesn't necessarily mean that you are vegan. It just means that, you know, again, the majority of your diet is fruits, vegetables, and nuts. So again, I'm not an expert. I don't know everything. I'm just simply sharing how this journey has affected me. I really feel like it's a great place for me to be in right now. And, you know, so coming up this week, I am going to share what I eat in a day to kind of show you some things that I've tried or what I do. And I don't know, I'm just enjoying it, y'all. Like, I'm enjoying the journey, and I'm enjoying feeling good. Like, I feel great in every part of my body, you know, not just the weight, because, you know, my whole body matters in this entire process. You know what I'm saying? So if you look in the description box below, that is where you will find the link for the sensitivity test for Check My Body Health. I will also drop a link for all the foods associated with every blood type, for all 4 blood types. So check it out. You know what I'm saying? Read the information. Some of it may click immediately, like, dang, when I eat this or eat that, you know, I can see how my body changes or how it responds. So some of it already might make sense as soon as you see some of the foods that are listed under the different categories. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So again, you guys do your own research. If you have any questions, let me know. If I said anything that was confusing, I will be happy to clarify as well. So I'll meet you in the comments. Go ahead and make the best of the day. Be good to yourself, y'all. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.